Hi, hello. Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a Throne of Glass reading vlog. And I'm so pumped for this. I made the decision to completely abandon my TBR for the month of July and just binge read Throne of Glass. It's probably going to take me longer than the 15 days that are left in July. I'm aware of that. So this might consume my life for like the next 2 months, but I decided it would be fun to vlog this. Full warning now, this is going to be a spoiler vlog. I feel like I'm the last person on earth to not read Throne of Glass that's interested in reading Throne of Glass. So I feel like it's pretty safe to do a spoiler reading vlog. I'm sorry if you haven't read it. I'll catch you in the next video. But there's a bug. I feel like it'll be more fun to not have to filter myself for this vlog. So, update, because I just decided I was going to do this and I've already read some. So, I completely reread Throne of Glass. I feel like I've said this a million times, but I read Throne of Glass in like 2020, maybe 2021. Didn't love it, so I never continued. And then I heard more about the series and realized that you need to give it more than just the first book for it to get good. So I decided I would reread Throne of Glass and then continue on. Hey. Hi. I'm just jumping in real quick. I was editing those clips and realized I forgot to say that I know there's a lot of opinions on where to start with Throne of Glass and where to read Assassin's Blade. I decided to read Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight, and then Assassin's Blade, so in publication order. I know a lot of people say you should really read Assassin's Blade before Throne of Glass, but I didn't know that when I read Throne of Glass the first time. And I also talked to Autumn, and Autumn recommends reading it in publication order, and I obviously trust her opinions. And I felt like if I read Assassin's Blade, that was a whole new book to me, and then reread Throne of Glass, I would kind of lose my momentum because then I would just be experiencing that story again. So I wanted to start with the reread and then continue on. So I decided to add this little piece of information in here first because I feel like it's important. So I just completed my reread of Throne of Glass last night, or the night before actually. Yep, the night before. And I really, really enjoyed my experience with that book a lot more this second time around. And I think the reason why I liked it a lot more this second time around was because I read it faster and I listened to the audiobook while I was reading, which always enhances my experience. When I read a book very, very slowly, I lose interest in that book. And so when I read Throne of Glass, I'm pretty sure it was 2020 because I think I was home like quarantining and not working. So I had the physical book and I was reading the physical book, and for some reason at that time, like, I was not really reading physical books. I was only reading on my Kindle, and so I wasn't prioritizing the book. I would read like 20 pages at a time, and then at one point when I was like 75% done with the book, I just lost the book. Like, I literally could not find it anywhere. And so 2 months or something passed, and then I saw it on my library app, and I was like, I should just get that and finish up the book so I can like count it towards my Goodreads goal. So that's what I did. I grabbed the book off of my library app and I finished it on my phone the last like 25%, 2 months later. So I feel like that has a lot to do with why I didn't like it that much and whatnot. So I rated it 3 stars the first time. The second time I rated it 4 stars. It's still not a perfect book. I'm actually buddy reading this series with my best friend right now, and she's never read it. She just read ACOTAR for the first time, and then she went into this one, and she's not loving it either. She's texted me this morning and said she's really struggling. So I do think this first book is just kind of boring, not that exciting, very juvenile, and it's not that great. So, but I had a lot more fun this time, and I saw some foreshadowing for other things that I now know about, having read all of Sarah J. Maas's books besides these ones. So the first book, not the best, but I gave it 4 stars. I really did have a good time with it the second time around, and yeah, I don't know. It was fun. But, so sorry I don't have like in the moment updates for that first book. But I have since started Crown of Midnight. And let me just tell you, I don't know if I really missed this, but so we end Throne of Glass with Dorian kind of in like a situationship, And then Selena, like, cuts him off. And she's like, I'm leaving this castle after 4 years. Like, it's just not going to work out. And so they kind of end things. And then we start Crown of Midnight. And it kind of seems like she's in a situationship now with Kale. But we didn't really, like, have a conversation unless I missed that. I don't know. But it just seems like she's kind of, like, messing around with Kale now. She's not really. They're just being, like, really flirty. And they're also getting to know each other a little bit better because they're spending a lot of time together, which I really enjoy. I like Kale a lot, and I have a feeling that I'm being Tamlined. So I don't know how that's gonna go. I said that to Autumn, and she was like, I don't know what you want me to say. I can't say anything. And I was like, okay, so Kale's either a dirty dog or I don't know. He's just, like, he's not endgame, clearly. I'm only 17% into Crown of Midnight. So we have Selena. She, like, went on her first assassin mission. She brought back the head to the king or whatever. And then we find out that she didn't really kill them. She, like, told them to run in hiding, which is really, really ballsy. Because if the king finds out, he's not going to be happy. So I'm surprised that she's not actually killing them. It made me question if she really ever was an assassin. And if she really ever killed anybody. Or if she's always, like, kind of pulled those tricks. So, yeah, that's interesting. That was a little bit of, like, a plot twist. We also have a message from Queen Elena, the ghosty lady, who told her that the king is, like, up to no good. Surprise there. So she's trying to figure out, like, what's going on with that. There's some weird things going on with Lady Caltaine. She's, like, in the dungeon detoxing from whatever they, like, drugged her with, and she said some weird crap, so don't really know what's going on there. But yeah, I'm having a good time, and I'll keep updating you. The 17% that I've read of Crown of Midnight so far feels just like Throne of Glass, so we'll see. I'm excited to see, like, that progression and see the books kind of mature a little bit. But other than that, that's all I have to say right now, and I'll talk to you guys later. I forgot to mention, and I want to throw it in right now really quick before I forget. Dorian's, like, second cousin Roland is there on, like, the council or doing something for the king. I don't really know. But no one likes him. Dorian doesn't like him. Kale doesn't like him. And Selena has gotten bad vibes from him. So I want to know more about him. He's obviously going to be, like, a villain character. And then Kale has also said that he was, like, in love with a girl, and Roland thought it would be funny to find Kale's girl and Roland in bed together. So that was really sad, poor Kale. And then also, the king has asked Selena to assassinate somebody that she knows, and but like, so many people know him too, so she's trying to figure out a way to get him to, like, run away or whatever, because she's not actually killing people. And so she's had a run-in with him, and that's where I'm at in the story. So I just wanted to update you on that because I forgot to mention it. Okay, so I am 100 pages into Crown of Midnight now. I'm on chapter 14. So I have been mildly spoiled for this series in the fact that I already know that the main character of this book of the series is Aelin, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna find out that Selena is Aelin, and we just got to a point where someone had said that they think that Aelin is alive. She's apparently the lost heir of where they're from and whatever. And Selena's like, that's impossible. So I have a feeling it's going to be her. Although Autumn did say, like, this story eventually, like, there's multiple characters and stories that you follow. So maybe they're just both main characters. But I'm pretty sure Selena is Aelin. Because, like I said, I was, like, mildly spoiled for that. So, yeah. We found out Archer, like, told her that there was this rebel group who was supporting Aelin, like, coming and taking over or whatever. But we just had Selena killed Davis in that office. And she got, like, poisoned and ran back to Kale. And I don't think I really like Kale anymore because he now has been like kind of controlling and a jerk. He is kind of being like Talman, and it's happened a couple times. And he was just like yelling at her about it. And it says he leaned over the bed, bracing his hands on the mattress as he snarled in her face. Yes, I'll deal with it. So I don't love that. And we'll see how Kale is the more the series goes on, but I'm starting to not like him as much. And yeah, so that's the update for right now. I'm gonna try to read to page 200 tonight, I think, and then probably go to bed because I work early tomorrow. But that's the update. Don't mind my appearance. I'm about to go lay down and read for the rest of the night. But last night I got to the part where Kale is kidnapped by like the rebel group, and Selena has to go be a badass and go save him. So that was pretty epic. But then we find out that Nahima has been killed, and I was spoiled for that as well. I knew Nahima was killed off in the series. I didn't know how, why, or like what the deal was with that, but I was spoiled for that like recently too, which kind of stinks. But I think that's the last spoiler that I have for this video, other than the fact that I know there's a man named Rowan that we're going to be introduced to at some point in the series, but I'm pretty sure that's it for spoilers. So I'm happy that, you know, the two bigger ones happened in the beginning. So, but yeah, so Nahima's dead, and I think Selena, I keep saying Selena, but I think it's Selena. Anyway, Selena is going to be very, very upset, and I think this is kind of going to move the plot forward into the direction that the book is going to go in. So that's where I'm at. I'm going to hopefully finish this tonight, and I'll update you maybe tomorrow when I look a little bit better. So I finished Crown of Midnight last night, and it was epic and crazy. Like I already knew, Selena is Aelin, so I wasn't surprised at that reveal, but I didn't realize that she was going to end up being Fae, so that's exciting. We found out so much information that, like, I don't even think I can tell it all to you right now, but basically we find out that there's these gates that lead to, like, different worlds and stuff, and she ends up opening a portal to try to talk to Nahima to figure out if she knew anything from, like, about the king. And this crazy like beast comes out, and they figured out that the king has one of the ward keys, and he's basically using it to control the magic and create these creatures. And then Kale suggests to the king that she goes somewhere else so Kale knows that she'll be safer. But little does Kale know, Selena has made a deal with the king that he would kill Kale if anything happened to Selena. So it's a bunch of craziness that happened. But yeah, I started the Assassin's Blade last night. I only got like 20 pages in, but that's where I'm at. I ended up giving Crown of Midnight 5 stars. I really, really liked it. I'm probably missing a million things that happened because it was just like I read for like 2 hours last night, and it was just one thing after the other, and I was like, oh my god, oh my god. So yeah, Archer actually was the person that set up the assassination of Nahima, so we got to see some redemption for that. And yeah, it was a fun time. I'm really like totally invested in the series now, and I wish, do you see this? That's for my dogs today because I took them to get their nails cut, and they push their nose against the glass while they're waiting for me to come out. Anyways, so that's my update. I'll talk to you soon. I need to film an Assassin's Blade update, and I also want to try out these at-home lash, please ignore my nails. Anyways, these at-home lash extensions. I'm on a mission to find at-home, like, semi-permanent lash extensions. Because I just like the way I look when I wake up and I have lashes, and then, like, I feel good just going out of the house. But I have lash lash extensions are too expensive. So I've been just trying to find like what the best at-home lash thing is, and like that's definitely not good for your lashes. So don't do this if you care about the integrity of your lashes, I suppose. The only thing I've tried is I've tried just like regular, the white duo lash glue and strip lashes, cutting them up and sticking them underneath and just seeing how that went. That was fine. It only lasted like 2 days though, and then they started to look kind of gross, so not ideal. And then I tried Falscara, which I think if that was the only thing on the market, I would use it, but I have a couple issues with it. The first being that, as you can see, maybe you can see, it's still kind of in my lashes, and I've tried everything to get it out, and I have lost quite a few lashes trying to get it out of my own lashes, so don't love that. And then also it still feels sticky even when you put the sealer on. So the way it works is like this mascara thing, you put on the bond, you stick the lashes to it, and then you seal it. Even with the sealer, in my opinion, it is still really sticky. So if I close my eyes too much, like even right now, I have like, it's been like 4 days since I've taken these off. I've washed my face every day. I've used eye makeup remover. I've tried a million things to get this stuff off. And you can see it's still like sticky. So it's not my favorite thing. We'll see how it goes. So it comes with the glue, these tweezers, which look really nice, glue, a remover, which is nice, this little spoolie to brush them out, and then 3 different sizes of lash clusters, which if I like this, there's a million lash clusters on Amazon for like way cheaper and different lengths. So whatever. Sorry if you didn't care about any of that. But I came on here to talk to you about Assassin's Blade. So I don't like novellas. Like I just really don't. The only novella I think I've ever really, really liked is the one by Christopher Robin. I just do not typically like them. I feel like they don't add that much to the story. And maybe because I'm reading it, like I couldn't imagine if I read this before Throne of Glass. I literally would not care at all if I read this before Throne of Glass. I'm glad I did not. I think upon reread, maybe if I even wanted to reread it, I would read it before, but for the first time read, like I'm so glad I didn't read it first. I am on the last novella now, and the last one that I read before this, I cared about a little bit more than the rest of them, and I feel like this one I'm also caring about some more. I like Sam as a character, like and I think we're getting introduced to characters that will make an appearance later on. I feel like any book that's not in the regular story, like keeping the plot moving, I don't really care about, if that makes sense. I also feel like Crown of Midnight really sold me on this series, and like I'm excited now to go into the next book. So this has just been like, I have to get through this to get to the next book. I mean, I don't have to, I could skip it, I guess, but I feel like I have to get through it to get to the next book, which just, it feels like a chore. So yeah, I don't really know how to do this. I'm just winging it. I just took this lash cluster and stuck it in the glue, and now I'm letting it dry for a second. And now I'm going to stick it to the underneath of my eyelashes. So excuse me while I do that. I forgot to mention I took the longest one and I just stuck it, and it seems like it's sticking, so that's cool. I'm gonna give it a minute and then I'll probably like squish it more to my lashes. I'm putting them underneath my lash line on my lashes, not on my skin, because if you put it on your skin, it really does not feel good. So, okay, it seems like it's on. This says it's supposed to last 2 weeks. I doubt it. I'll be happy if it lasts 5 days. Yeah, so I feel like I just really want to go into Heir of Fire, and like this has been a little speed bump in the journey. So I'm sorry to all the Assassin's Blade lovers. Also maybe like my mindset was bad because I went into this being like, oh, I don't want to do it. So I don't know, it could be that too. Like, not even gonna lie, I really didn't want to start it. I told Autumn that I really wanted to skip it, and she was like, don't skip it. And then halfway through I was like, I hate my life, and she was like, okay, maybe you should just skip it. But I'm committed now to the process, and I'm vlogging it, so I want to be able to tell you guys everything and how I'm feeling. So yeah, that's how I'm feeling. I have a feeling that, wouldn't it be something if Sam wasn't really dead? Oh my god, did you see that? I haven't gotten to the part yet where Sam died, but we know from Selena talking about it that he apparently dies. But like, what if he didn't really? What if he's really alive? What if we get a second chance romance? That'd be something, huh? I know you just saw that, but that just completely fell off my face. I'm gonna let it dry for a little bit longer. But yeah, that's how I'm feeling about Assassin's Blade. I have a feeling, I can't even remember the friggin' assassin guy's name. The one that like raised Selena and trained her or whatever. What is his name? Ervin or something like that? I feel like he's gonna show back up. Also, kind of weird, like, I feel like she's described a few times, like, not knowing if he was, Selena not knowing if he was, like, a father figure to her, like, potential lover. And that gives me the ick really bad. Yeah, ew. I don't know. He's 20 years older than her. And this is not sticking. This might be a failure. He bought that girl's virginity to like upset Selena because she knows that he knew that Selena hated her. So like, what? Ew. That's gross. This is harder than I thought it would be. I put on like the Falscara ones quite a few times, and I've like cut up the strip lashes and done it that way before quite a few times, so I didn't think this would be so hard. But I think this glue isn't getting sticky enough, so I don't know. It's like not getting tacky, which is obviously problematic. I probably don't have enough lash for them to stick to after the Falscara ripped out half my lashes. I got the second one on. I'm gonna keep going and I'll update you guys on how they look at the end because I have nothing else to say about Assassin's Blade, I guess. I like these tweezers though, so. But I'm gonna update you on the lashes in a minute. Sorry if you don't care. Okay, I just finished one eye. I think that's good. I was gonna maybe put one more in the inner corner, but I don't want it to be uncomfortable. So I think that's the first eye. I'm dumb and I thought that they had medium, long, well, long, medium, and short, but it's only medium and short. So I don't know. But so I just did like 7 mediums and then 4 shorts. And it took me like 10 minutes probably. So 20, I obviously have to do this eye, so 20 minutes for both eyes. I don't know. We'll see how long it lasts. The glue, it feels way more comfortable than the Falscara, like my eye isn't sticking together or anything, but we'll see how it lasts. I can like shower with the Falscara on, obviously not like drench my face, and I can like wash around and it will be fine. So I'm curious to see how these hold up. We'll find out, but sorry if you don't care about this. You can just skip it, I guess. Okay, I just finished both eyes. This one's a little bit, my dogs. This one's a little bit wonky because I'm right-handed, so I had to like go like that to get it on. So I think there's a bit of a learning curve with this, but I think okay. I wouldn't want them any longer, I don't think, like I was saying in the beginning. I feel like this is a good length, but I really don't think they're gonna stay on long, so I'll update you on that. And I bet you when I shower they'll fall off. I want them to last 5 days. I feel like 5 days would make the time it took to put them on worth it. But if not, then I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna go clean my house and listen to Assassin's Blade and hopefully finish that today and then start Heir of Fire and update you. Okay, I'm cleaning and listening to the last like 20 minutes of Assassin's Blade. And I really love Sam. I hope that he's actually still alive and he comes back into the series because right now I think he's so sweet. He was like telling Selena that whenever she's ready to tell him her backstory, he'll be ready. And I just think he's so sweet. So I hope that he's actually really alive. Really just finished Assassin's Blade and I think I'm going to give it 3.5 stars. I really loved the last 2. Well, specifically the last one. I liked the second to last one. The rest of them I could have done without. Well, I mean, I think I needed the information, but I was bored. So that's all I'm going to say about the Assassin's Blade. So I've talked about it for a while and we have a lot more books to talk about. So this vlog's going to be long. But yeah, I'm going to give it 3.5 stars. Okay, so I am 150 pages into Heir of Fire. My face is sunburnt because I was on a boat yesterday, but I am enjoying it so far. Oh, launch update, by the way. I've had these on since Tuesday. It's Saturday, and I haven't even lost one of them, and they still look pretty good, I think, so that's exciting. But anyways, 150 pages into Heir of Fire. It's going well. It's kind of just been like a weird start because she's in a new area with like and we're introduced to some new characters, and it's just a little bit harder to get into, I think. And then we're getting introduced to this witch storyline from Manon, which is kind of weird, and I don't really understand where that's going, but I'm sure I will. And I met Rowan, so he's like this big, quiet, broody, fae guy that Selena has to train with, and obviously I know that they're gonna have a romance. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about it right now, but I wanted to give you a quick Heir of Fire update. Hi guys, I am officially 65% into Heir of Fire, and I figured it was time to film an update. So I'm not really loving it, and it makes me really sad because I loved Crown of Midnight so much. And Heir of Fire just feels like a whole new book that I started, and I don't know, it's just been kind of jarring. I really, really, really dislike Manon's chapters. I don't know what it is about her, but I don't care about the story, and maybe I'll grow to love it, and I hope that I do, but right now, I'm just really not into it. And also, like, I don't give a crap what Kale's doing with Selena's cousin. I just don't care. I do care about Dorian though, and Sorsha, is that how you say your name? I think that is so cute, and I ship them so hard, and I just have a feeling that it might end up in like a tragedy. Also, Rowan and Selena's been training a lot with Rowan, and now they have more of like a friendship going on, and we just had a really cute caretaking scene because Selena like used too much for her magic, and Rowan helped take care of her, and he basically said exactly like, who did this to you, when he saw the scars on her back. And yeah, I am liking Selena and Rowan's dynamic. It's just like the other stuff in the book that I'm not caring about, and it feels like it's so much of the book. So I hope I do grow to love it. Autumn keeps saying like the last 25% of Heir of Fire is crazy, so I hope it does get crazy in a good way. And yeah, I'm just a little sad I'm not loving this as much. Like, I right now don't think this is going to be my favorite book in the series. I think it's still going to be Crown of Midnight. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know. I just, like, everyone says this is a turning point in the series and it gets so much better, and I'm not feeling that way. So yeah, that's how I feel right now. Hello. So I'm here to update on Heir of Fire. Don't mind my sunburnt face with my sunglasses. Don't mind. But anyways, I finished Heir of Fire a couple of days ago, and I ended up giving it 4 stars. I don't know why I didn't love this book as much as like everyone else seems to. Crown of Midnight is definitely still my favorite in the series, and it seems like everyone starts to like the series much better once they get to Heir of Fire. So I'm not sure like where the disconnect was for me. I think it was just a lot. Like, I didn't really care about Manon's character arc, but then towards the end, I did start to care a little bit more about her, and I think I'll end up liking her story more as we go. And then Rowan and Selena, Aelin are fine. I'm not obsessed with them right now. And, yeah, I mean, I knew from as soon as they introduced the idea that people's magic could be like bonded with each other. I can't remember the name of what they call that right now, but I knew that when they introduced that idea that they were going to be that. Like, it was pretty obvious. Wasn't surprised by that at all. I do like the idea of Aelin taking claim of who she is, and I think it's gonna get really epic from here. Poor friggin' baby Dorian. I can't even believe Sorsha got beheaded. That made me so sad. I highlighted the part in the book where Kale said something along the lines of like, this kingdom could use a healer as its queen. So I highlighted that, thinking that was foreshadowing that they were gonna like get married or something, and then she got killed. So that was really, really sad. Kale is just annoying at the end of this book, I think. And I think that's a common feeling. But yeah, I just gave it 4 stars. Like, I really liked it. I did not like it, but it was just a lot different than the other books, and I wasn't obsessed with it. Like, at Crown of Midnight, at the end of Crown of Midnight, I was like, can't wait to continue. I'm so into this. Love it. And then at the end of Heir of Fire, I was like, okay, I need to read a few other books right now because I need to take a break from this series. So I have a feeling, I don't even know why, but I just have a feeling that Queen of Shadows might be my favorite book. So we'll see. But that's the update on Heir of Fire. I did like it, but I feel like I was slightly let down just because everyone says that this is like their favorite book in the series. So I obviously have a friend here, as you can see. But yeah, I'm not sure. But I did like it. I did not like it, but I gave it 4 stars. So that is my feelings on Heir of Fire. Also, I feel like even though I wasn't really shocked by anything in this book, like nothing really, except for Sorsha dying. I was shocked by that. But yeah, I wasn't really shocked by anything in this book. Like, I feel like the first, like, Throne of Glass had a lot of shocking things in it, and then Crown of Midnight was just, like, thing after thing. And even though I was spoiled for a lot of those things, it still, like, hit pretty hard. So, yeah, I just feel like this one, like, nothing really shocked or surprised me. Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm interested to see how the witches tie into the rest of the series. And I'm definitely interested to see how that plays out, even though I wasn't loving Manon's storyline for most of the book. Towards the end, I did start to like it a little bit better. So that's my feelings. I'm going to, like I said, take a break and read a few other books right now. And then I'll come back to this vlog and come back to the series. But that's all for me right now. I will talk to you guys soon. All right, friends, I think I'm gonna leave this video off here and do a second part for 2 reasons. One, this vlog is already really, really long. Excuse my pineapple bun. But this vlog's already long and I don't want it to be, I still have 4 more books to read and they're very, very long books. So I figured a second part is necessary. And then also, I feel like I need a little bit of a break from the series. I need to read a few other things and then I can come back to the series fresh and react to the rest of the book. So I am very, very excited. I'm so glad that I finally am reading this series. I think the rest of the books are going to be amazing and I just can't wait to get to them. So if you watched this video, thank you so much for watching. Let me know all of the Throne of Glass things in the comments. I want to know what order you read The Assassin's Blade in. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.